single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Assalamualaikum and hello YouTube, my name is Nur Muhammad from NIWatch, and yes, I'm back with another watch review. Okay, so this time around the subject of today's review is this Casio 291 DW291H. So I've got this in the gold color version. This thing came in three colorways as of now. So we've got the other one is the silver face with a silver display, and the other one is silver display and with some red accent to it. So I think this is a lot more a lot more classic looking to me, so that is why I've got this version. Okay, so before we start the show, let's do a quick wristwatch check. Today I am wearing my Baby G. I honestly can't remember what was the reference number for this particular one, but yes, I've done a full video review of this particular vintage by Baby G that I've got from a thrift or a flea market in Tokyo last year. Okay, so I will leave a link if you want to see this particular video, or you can just go scroll through my video archives to see if you guys are interested. Okay, so let's get back to this DW291. Right, before we do that, let's do a measurement, shall we? So we have my caliper here. I am a left-handed guy, but I will try to do this by using my right hand. Right, so let's see how is the dimensions. Right, so the dimension from side to side is about 47 mil. From lug to lug, if you can say that there is a lug on these things, from lug to lug is about 50 mil. Right, the thickness of this DW291 is about 14 mil, so quite a chunky watch for something this big, right? So how about the weight of this thing, how much it weighs, right? So let's put it like so that shows at about 6 to 62 grams, so not really that heavy. So if you put the Casio GW5610 BC, so it's gonna weigh a bit more, I think. That's about 91 mil and 91 gram, right? 91 grams here. If you put on the Casio AE11 1200, that will be somewhere around, oh come on guys, somewhere around 50 grams, right? So don't think that this is going to be a good one. About 50 grams anyway. And if you put the AW7, that is just this is the A700W, so that this thing weighs about 17 grams, so very, very thin this one is. Right, so let's bring another Casio for just a comparison. Alright, so this is your notoriously glamorous or notoriously popular F91W. Let's see how much it weighs. This thing weighs at about 20 or 19 grams as well. So yeah, come on, focus camera. This weighs about 20 grams. So basically this Casio F91W is almost similar in terms of weight and size compared to this A700W, right? So let's put that away, right? So let's for size comparison. So we're gonna comparing this against this one, right? So you can see how big that thing is, and put it side by side on this with this F91W. Come on camera, focus. Let me see if I can just adjust this a bit. Oh, focus, like so. So you can see that this is quite a huge watch when you compare it side by side with the popular F91W. And if we compare it to the AE1200 or the Casio Royale, you will definitely see that this is a bigger watch. And if you compare it to the G-Shock Square, yep, this is definitely bigger, right? So yeah, so how does it feel on, how does it looks on my 6.75 inch wrist? So let's take this one off. Right, so you can see that this thing reminds me of that DW or G-Shock King, right? BB, I think BB1, I think. Yeah, so that this thing is almost similar in size to that particular G-Shock, but this is not a G-Shock, right? So what is this then? So this is a, you can see that down at the bottom here, Casio choose to put the HD for not high definition, but this, it's supposed to mean heavy duty, right? So heavy duty in terms of the water resistance rate, because this one has 200 meters water resistance. That is basically similar to this GW M5610, and you can see that the font is way bigger compared to this Casio G-Shock GW M5610, and yeah, it is a lot more legible compared to this one as well, because this is in negative display, this is in positive display, but we have this gold tone which I love, and that sounds, oh, that looks really vintage in my opinion. Right, so of course the function is not really, it's basically a basic function that you can that you would expect from this watch. For basically it is similar to this AE1200, right? So we have this normal time here. For this normal time mode, you have 4 options. You can also scroll through the New York. You can have four time zone on this time mode. So right now I'm in the Singapore time zone. The second one is on the New York time zone, and you can put London there, and you can also put Paris there, right? So, and we go back to Singapore, which is the similar time zone, GMT +8 as Malaysia. So on top here we have the day of today, which is Wednesday 15th of April, and in the middle here you can see that there is a second running in 10 seconds, so it's going to be counting from left to right. Okay, so on the top right corner we have this very tiny current time, how to call this, analog display thing, not analog, so digital display thing. It's quite difficult to see because it's quite thin if you compare it to the ones on the AE1200 that is much more legible, but this is a bit tiny in my opinion, right? So of course we have this gold accent quite a lot here. So we have the gold accent in this circle here, and we have the gold accent in this illuminator, and of course in this 200 meters water resistant rating, and others. All these writings are in the much lighter hue but still in gold, and we have that pattern. It looks like it has a solar panel, but it doesn't have, right? So that's kind of shame, because if this thing has a solar panel, it would be really cool, and maybe it's going to cost more than this than it already is. So this one comes at about, you can easily find it at about $30, so a bit, maybe $5 more compared to the AE1200, but yeah, still it is a much bigger and a much tougher looking watch. Okay, so these buttons, right? So this button is very easy to push. You can see that we are in time mode, and next we have this world time mode. I don't really remember how many series that we have, maybe up to 40 or 45. So you can see when I scroll through this world time mode, the current time is displayed over here, but you can see that it is very tiny, so it's quite difficult to judge. So I know that it is 2:20-ish in the afternoon, but yeah, still it's quite difficult, right? So next we have this alarm mode. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 alarm, and we have this one is signal, means that every time the hour changes, this thing will chime. Right, we have a timer mode. So if you can see that I've set it to 1 minute. So let's start the timer and see how it functions, right? So you can see when we use this timer mode, this 10-second display is counting backwards from right to left, right? So let's just go to the stopwatch mode, and boom, we go back to the normal time mode, right? So other than that, so there's nothing else. So I've totally forgot to mention about the 10-year battery life, which is similar to the AE1200. So at the back we have a printing, or it's not strap printing, a engraving of the model number, which is 3484, and the model number is the DW291H, and this is made in China. Right, the strap, that it is using an 18mm strap, but because of the width of the strap, so you can see here it's quite wide, it's about 24mm from here to here. Oh yeah, so that is how it sounds after 1 minute, right? So you can stop that one. It's quite difficult for me to swap into another strap because of the width of this particular strap. So let's see how wide it is, right? So from here to here, yeah, that is about 27mm, so it's going to be tough to find a replacement strap. And we have this buckle here, and we have, sorry, this plastic keeper here, and we have this plastic buckle here, which in long term I'm not really sure whether this is going to last as long as the watch, because normally with Casio watches that comes with the plastic keeper, this thing will break. All right, so yeah, I really hate it when when the buckle breaks, right? So what about the lighting? So let's shut off a few lights here and see how it looks, right? So we have the lights here, right? So we have an amber color light here, right? So not as strong as the one at the AE1200, but still okay, so not that bad at all, right? So what else to talk about this watch? I don't know, this is a very interesting watch, and I think it is a nice alternative to this AE1200 or the Casio Royale. But yeah, what do you guys think? Should I do a comparison video comparing these two watch? I don't know, so please guys do chime in below, so if you want to see me compare these two awesome watch from Casio, right? Okay, so I think that's all for me. I've been using this particular watch for about 2 weeks already, and I think it's definitely a bang for buck. And if you guys won't want to spend quite a lot for a G-Shock, but you want that tough looking watch of the G-Shock, maybe this is a great option. Oh, I forgot that this keeper here, when you put it on, so it has some notch, and it will not, it has some notch inside it, so it will not so that this keeper won't move around. And yeah, I think that looks really nice, and it looks how to say, vintagey, or it looks tough on my 6.75 inch wrist. Okay, so if you like this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more future video reviews such as this one, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to push the bell notification twice so that you won't miss any of my future video reviews. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.